Hello, it's me, LeonM64, and I am currently making this completely unscripted video to give you all my thoughts on the ending episode of SMG4. Now I know what you're thinking. Why? Well, I mean, it's mostly because regardless of what I have to say about the SMG4 channel itself, I mean, the channel itself is still like a huge part of my childhood, so, I mean, it just kind of feels right to do this, you know? Anyway, I really don't think I can do this alone. Like, I think I need someone special to do this with me. I said if only someone would do it with...
Alo! Patansunan po kada pa fratello. Pokon na sa tatko tora patatko na po to sa tora krato.
Okay, I guess we'll start with the beginning of the episode, I guess. Or like the plot and stuff. So it's about Mario finding the rock wizard, which, damn, it's been a while. So he finds the rock wizard and he wishes that SMG4 would never, end the channel, and then he's transported into an alternate timeline where he doesn't exist for some reason, and then he like, when SMG4 is like one subscriber, and apparently in this universe SMG4 would never retire, but also no memories and everything, like nobody remembers him and stuff. So the episode is mostly about Mario going through some character development and realizing that memories are good because they are memories, because they end, and sometimes it's good for things to end. You can't just keep something going forever, which, I mean, yeah, that's what SMG4 said himself. It's pretty cool that he had this little character development moment for Mario, because I mean, as someone who cares way too much about Mario, the character, both in SMG4 and pretty much every Nintendo thing, I care way too much about the characterization of Mario, right? Yeah, I just thought it was neat, especially with what he did at the final few episodes of the show, where it was like doing an episode as a send off to every character, like they did Princess Peach, Swag and Chris in the same episode. They did Luigi and Bowser. They did Maggie, Fishy Boopkins, and then this final episode kind of feels like it's both a send off for Mario and SMG4 himself, especially when you take into account the ending, which if you haven't seen it, I will now talk about the ending. So if you want to see it for yourself, go do that right now. We're gonna talk about the ending now. Okay, so like I said, Mario goes through some character development and learns that things have to end, which then leads to this incredible montage where there's Catman World as the background song, which is pretty much the best song that I could have picked for this ending, because like I said at the beginning, even though I don't really like the direction that SMG4's channel took after a while, I don't really agree with a lot of the decisions he took. I mean, this final episode really felt like a way, especially this final segment, it was a way of him saying, here's one final stupid montage, one final stupid SM64 blooper for you, of Mario and SMG4 doing stupid things, and I was happy. I was happy with that. I really felt emotional, especially in the second part of the montage. The one where it gets more detailed and stuff. And yeah, there's not a single Gmod use in that final segment, which again really feels like a send off for the SM64 bloopers. After a while, SMG4 pretty much stopped doing actual SM64 bloopers, and they were more like just SMG4 videos, But the fact that this final segment really felt like a final goodbye to Mario 64, like from his videos, because of course, like, it's not like he ever left SM64, because he's still used it for like recording footage of Mario and stuff, even though it was mostly Gmod, but he did still sometimes use Mario 64. But you know, this really felt like a way of him.
Va bene, so tutto corrimente bada na prosciutto da euro. E tutte le cottate con simparachete. Oh yeah! Mm-hmm.
And of course, the ending itself after that, I mean, it's I think it's perfect. It's really emotional, especially the hug scene. I mean, you know, the part of him hugging Mario and, you know, telling him that he's the best guy, a best friend a guy could have. Oddly relatable.
Oh.
Anyway, and after that, like, there's the only thing that I was confused by in the episode, and the fact that right at the end, you know, there's this final shot with the Mario 64 credits theme playing, which is really cool. You know, again, and I really think these final few minutes really embrace the Mario 64 origins of his channel. And the fact that the weird thing is that, like, there's a pipe that appears and then Mario leaves, and like, yeah, that was weird. Yeah. But like, okay, aside from that, like, sure, it still did its job, like, emotionally, I guess. So it's confusing, but it's not that bad, I guess. I don't know. And yeah, after that, there's SMG4 putting away his cap and then leaving, which again, perfect scene, perfect way to end it. And the final credit sequence, which once again styled after the Mario 64 credits, which I really like. And the final cake with the thank you so much for watching our show. Yeah, I dare say that hit hard. This is like, again, like I said, this is completely unscripted, so I have no idea what else I should say. What about you, Mario? What do you have to say?
I got it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you, SMG4. I definitely wouldn't be here today without you. Thank you very much.